Okie dokie guys, stage 1 of plan B. As you can see, I've cut the entire firebox off the back and I've introduced a small J-tube, which is an experiment as much as anything. I've not completely welded it on yet. I've just made some shrouds for the side so it will sit over the port at the bottom of the J-tube. I've also shortened the top of the J-tube by about an inch, and I've cut off the exhaust by about 4 or 5 inches. It was just too long as it was basically. Okay, so the next phase is to weld on the J-tube, and it will almost be ready for a test fire. I also want to make a shroud in there around the exit. You can't see it, it's too dark. Around the exit from the exhaust, where the exhaust goes out, and then I'm going to fill the bottom half all around the ankle of the J-tube with perlite to insulate the whole thing inside. I should also add that I've included an air intake underneath. There's a flat plate that runs right the way through to the back of the door, to the front of the J-tube, where it turns upwards into the rocket tube, and this is to give the extra air required. I've not put in an upwards climbing pipe as suggested. I just want to see the thing work for now, so I might do that later. I've decided just to tack weld the burn tube on this time, because the old firebox took a lot of cutting off and I want to be certain that this works. I will weld it, but when I know that it works, I'm just going to smother it all in exhaust repair putty to seal it, and hopefully that'll do the job temporarily. I changed my mind about just tacking and filling it with exhaust repair putty, and I've welded everything. It's not pretty, it's starting to look like something off Mad Max, but I thought that if I get a fail, I won't know whether or not the exhaust putty has failed and let me down, so I'm sealing it all in with weld. I've made a tin baffle out of an old 5-gallon drum and created a wall inside the bottom chamber around the J-tube so that I can fill round the back of it and insulate it even better with perlite. It's now going to have its jacket on, which will also be filled with perlite. Okay, she's now filled with perlite and ready to go. The outer jacket and the lower section you can just see, and still a nice clean void at the front for the gases to escape through the exhaust. Just a case of putting the top on and firing her up. With a piece of fire blanket blocking the possible hole at the top of the J-tube and the vent underneath completely blocked off, it seems to be working. Smoke. I put the top back on and it stopped working. The flames have reversed and are coming out of the J-tube again. If if I keep that vent underneath completely blocked, it goes out. Straight away it works again. So the wind isn't helping. Reduce the height of the outside jacket in case it was interfering with the gas flow over the top. I'll put the top back on now and see what happens. Immediately we put the top on, the flow reverses. Smokeless burn, so it is working. Just not with its top on, so we're nearly there. I've taken the exhaust pipe from the outlet and stuck it onto the top of the J-tube, and you can now hear it roaring. It's only aluminium, I don't know how long it's going to last. It got hot as I was putting it on and the noise increased. It's now working properly. Zero emissions. Yeah, hot. That's encouraging. Try opening the vent. Okay, I've reduced the top of the rocket tube now. Hopefully that will have an effect. Flue pipe down to the ground, and it has the same effect as putting the top on. Puts the fire out and stops the draw. Let's just try. fell out. Success. A rocket burn. Not getting a roar yet. Top's on, and the new exhaust coming out to the top. So one blanked off temporarily, should be blanked off completely later. And a clean burn. That's a simple word for it, that's hot. This is the top of the chamber. It's been burning about 3-4 minutes now. Nice. That's what I was after. Beautiful. Mission accomplished.